got on the internet, did my usual search for co-housing in Tennessee that I hadn't done for a while, and realized and saw Burns Village Farm. It was new to me. I hadn't seen it before, and got really, really excited because everything was just kind of perfect about it at that point. You know, it was a distance that was good for us to move away from family too. And then Burns Village and Farm had this agrihood, which I'd never heard of before, and they had the agrihood concept. Oh, and I also really liked the rural setting part to it, because Germantown, when I followed it, besides the fact that we weren't ready to make a move at that time anyway, it seemed a little tight to me, and in the city. We've always kind of lived, not necessarily rural, but with a lot of space around us.
So she had this dream for 40 years, give or take, as she said. And for me, I kind of drug my feet along because I always thought it was kind of hippie voodoo commune weirdness. And so she would patiently explain, well, it's not that, it's this. And so two things for me stuck out about co-housing and Burns Village and Farm in particular. And I'll use the objects, not objects, but settings. So I think about the front porch, which Burns Village and Farm is planning on in their construction, front porch for each of their homes. Because the front porch to me shouts community and welcome. And you can't sit out on your front porch and someone walk by and not engage in conversation. However long or short you want that to be, it's just engaging and welcoming. So I think about the front porch, number one, and number two is the dining room table. And so when our family was growing up, we spent lots of suppers with the boys growing up, sitting around a dining room table, which we talked about values and just general conversation. And so I realized that that's a big part that's missing in a lot of homes. And so when I think about Burns Village and Farm, it's an extended dining room table at the common house. So we had 2 and 3 meals weekly, planned and prepared by members of the community. So I think about sitting down with longtime friends at Burns Village and just having conversation around a meal. And so I think that's, to me, those two settings for Burns Village and Farm really appeal to me.
We then, came down, we saw the land, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. We met the people. And before, when I used to kind of, look around at co-housing places, I always went to the bios and read about the people. And sometimes I'd read about the people and I'd go, I don't know. It was okay, but I don't think I feel comfortable there for whatever reasons, I don't know. But, there was just never that feeling. When I read the bios there and then met the people, and it was like, yes. Not that we're the same, because we're not. There's a lot of differences between Tom and I and everybody else here. But that it's comfortable, and comfortable differences, which the diversity factor of that is really a benefit, I think, in a lot of people's lives. Because when you live in your own little huddle of your own little people that are all like you, and that's all you associate with, you start shutting the rest of the world out. And that's a big important thing to us here, that everybody's welcome and we want to be community. And not to say you'll love everybody necessarily, or that everybody will be your best friend, but you'll all work together to build a community and be able to say howdy neighbor and help out where you want to do. The other thing is the aging in place aspect of it, although we're not a senior. I originally was kind of thinking we wanted to do a senior co-housing thing. But really, at this point in our lives, I loved raising children. I homeschooled my kids for half of their schooling years. And during that time, I thought about co-housing and how awesome it would be. We had a homeschooling community, but you had to get in cars, you had to drive other people's houses and do that sort of thing. And so I just thought, the older people were building the homes to have the ability for any disabilities, whether you're older or whether you just have a child with a disability or somebody breaks their leg or something. We're trying to build everything so everything is accessible. And that's very important to us at this stage in our lives. And it's a priority here. We really are looking forward to welcoming young families. And I'm looking forward to one of the things when I had my young children, you had to get out to the grocery store. It was freezing cold, ice, snow, rain. You had to bundle up your kids and take them with you. You know, your little baby might be napping, but you had to go somewhere. So you'd have to, like, I don't know, just bundle them up and get them out the door. Here, hey, I'd love to go sit at somebody's house while their baby's napping and they need to go run to the store or just go have an hour to themselves somewhere by themselves.
The research is all over the place about loneliness, particularly as you get older. Loneliness is really becoming quite a problem for older people, and so for us, aging in place, relationships, community and caring for families of all ages, because we feel like we can still contribute to that community. So for me, relationships is key. Building and maintaining friendships over the rest of your life.
The other thing, again, with aging, and Tom and I are still very able-bodied and stuff like that, but you do start feeling the slowing down, and it gets harder. It gets harder. I value good, well-prepared food, not fast food. I don't want to run out for fast food because I'm too tired or lazy to cook or this or that. But I love to cook. But it gets tiring doing all the chopping and doing all the stuff that you do all by yourself just for the two of us. You know, I so look forward to having meals and preparing meals with other people that are nutritious and healthy. And you'll be rotating some of that around so some people can just show up, pay their $2 or $3 for the cost of the materials of the meal, and sit down. They might come home from work and be tired and they don't have to cook a meal. And it's not every day, but you know, we're going to be able to enjoy that sort of thing. And I do things like, I used to make kefir and I make kombucha. And again, it's just a little bit of work for just me. Every time I pick up and see that there's some listeria outbreak because of this food or that food, lettuce, greens, produce, you know, I just think of our farm and how, and I love to putter in the dirt. My mother was a gardener and we grew up with a lot of gardens in our house. I didn't really like the hard work, and in summer I hate work with clay soils, stuff like that. And doing it by myself, I put in some things, but it's pretty sad and pathetic, and I would really like to do better, and I'd like to learn from others. I'm looking to learn how to do composting so much better from somebody in our cohousing development that is just a real composting queen. And I know that sounds silly, but it's just little things like that that help with sustainability that you can do. And I'm just, it's things that by myself, and Tom's maybe not as motivated for some things as me, and it's just, at this stage of my life, it's too much work to do by myself. And I'm looking forward to being spurred on by other people for that.